Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, and in this episode we are gonna see data type conversion. So before starting our video, if you haven't really subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into our video. Before seeing the definition, we are going to see a real world scenario that most of us come across while developing a real world application. So assume that we are working on a banking application. Once a user make a transaction, we are going to get this string message from a cloud server. Transaction successful, amount is 250 rupees. So now our requirement is we need to add 50 rupees for this 250 rupees and show it in our window. So this won't be possible since message that we have got from the cloud server is in the string format. So what we'll do is somewhere we'll manage to get this only 250 and we'll trim off this remaining string, but still this 250 will be in string format and we won't be able to add 50 rupees to this. So it is very much important that we need to convert this 250 to an integer format in order to add 50 and show value 300 on our screen. We might come across different scenarios also where it will take data type conversions of different data types. We'll see the definition. So definition is copying a value of one data type into the another data type is called data type conversion. There are two types of conversion. One is implicit conversion and the other one is explicit conversion. We'll see implicit conversion. Copying value present in smaller size data type to a larger size data type. For an example, we can copy data present in short data type to an integer data type. Implicit conversion is a type safe. So we'll see this implicit conversion in our Visual Studio. So I have already created a project. We have a chart. We can copy a data present in a smaller size data type to a larger size data type. For example, we can copy data that is present in short to an integer because short can hold 16 bits of data and integer can hold 32 bits of data, and these are compatible data types because both can store only whole numbers. So we'll see that. Let me define a short data type. We'll give it a name S1 and we'll store 105 in that. Now we can copy this value present in S1 to an integer like this. We'll print this I2. Let me put this read line to hold the execution. Let's see whether this works or not. So you can see that the value present in short, that is 105, is copied to integer I2 and we are printing the same thing. Let's check with some different examples. Let's try to copy integer to long. Let's define int I1 is equal to 300 and long L1 is equal to I1. Let's print this L1. Let's see. Yeah, we got this 300 data that is copied from integer data type to long data type, and we have managed to print it successfully. Now let's see one more example. We'll try to copy data from byte to an integer. Let's see. Byte b1 is equal to 100. Int I2 is equal to b1. Let's print this I2 and now let's start our application. Yeah, value 100 is copied from byte data type to an integer. So let's see the explicit conversion. So explicit conversion is nothing but copying value present in a bigger size data type to a smaller size data type. There might be a loss of data in some scenario. Let's check it. Let me clear this. Here we can see that if we are trying to copy from integer to byte, byte can hold only value between 0 to 255. So if you are trying to pass 256 from integer to byte, there will be a loss of data. So like this you can copy data from float to integer. Again, there might be a loss of data and there might not be a loss of data, depends on a different scenario. Let's see some of those. So let me define a byte data type, byte v1. Now I'll take a integer I1 is equal to 106. Now if I try to assign b1 is equal to I1, I'll get an error here because we cannot implicitly convert type from integer to byte. We need a explicit casting here. How we can do that? We can do that by adding byte keyword like this. In this case, the value that is present in I1, which is 106, is copied from I1 to B1. Let's print this byte data B1 and let execution. Now let's see, we have successfully managed to copy 106 value from integer to a byte data type. Now let's see what happens. What if I try to copy 256 data to a byte data type? As we already know, byte can hold up to 255 value only. Now let's run and see. We have got the there is a loss of data here. We are getting it as 0. Let's see. If we pass to 66, we'll get 10. There is a loss of data here. So explicit casting, there is a loss of data. Let's try to copy a float value to an integer. Let me define a float value. Float f1 is equal to 105.66f. If you try to copy this data to f1, again we need to pass explicit casting int. Let me pass this integer. Let's run this application. See, there is a loss of data. Since integer holds only whole number, the decimal part of this float is being removed and only 105 is being taken into this integer data type. So this is the explicit casting. Remember, explicit casting, there might be a loss of data based on scenario. So these are all compatible data types. So what is compatible data types? You can see all data types that are present in this chart can store only numbers or a decimal numbers, which are compatible type. So as we discussed in the beginning of a slide, what if we get this thing? For example, we'll see. For example, we have a string. This is how you define string name, and anything you can pass in double quotes. 125. Now let me try to store this string value to an integer. It's equal to s1. You can see we'll get an error because we never know, we might have this kind of data here. Now let's try explicit conversion. Again we'll get an error, cannot convert type string to integer. So for this we have some inbuilt functions. What are those? I'll show you. We have something called convert dot to int 32. Now if you pass s1 here, This internal function will convert this string to an integer. So there are many internal functions that are present in our .NET, so we won't be able to remember everything. So it is not a good practice to have this internal function or anything in programming. All you need to know is an approach, and we have internet. You can take help of internet for any particular problem. Now let's try to print this console.writeLine I1 console.readLine. Let's print. See, value from a string data type is converted to integer data type. This is how we copy data from one data type to another data type, uncompatible data types. That's it for this tutorial, guys. If you like this tutorial, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any doubts regarding data type conversion, you can always drop a comment. I'll get back to you on that. So until then, peace out, happy coding.